Oops. Super foggy day today, you guys. Well, not foggy, but just misty. Okay. So I've got the GTI up on some jack stands. I think I'm gonna have to go under here this morning and sawzall off that tailpipe, and then drop the gas tank. Get a new gas tank. Yeah. All right, so my next thing is to look in here so I can get a good look at what the heck is in that tank. Maybe clean it out, hopefully. Well, hope in one hand and shit in the other, and see which one fills up faster. I forget who told me that, but it was good advice. Let's take a peek in here. I hear some of these have 2 fuel pumps. Oh God, that does not look very good. Hope in one hand, guys. Anyways, I'm gonna have to pop this tin can looking thing off. Assuming this is what happens. All right, well, I popped it off and I got it open. It's not exactly what you want to see. So, I mean, kind of expected, honestly, but like, are you kidding me? My battery lights are dead? Oh my God. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That is just Resident Evil type stuff. I'm glad I took this off because I can clean, well, I need a new tank. I need a new tank. Oh, okay. Well, you think I can reuse this? Oh my God. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for a new tank to come in. Oh, goodness. In the meantime, I can do some other stuff. It's not the end of the world, but, you know, hope in one hand, shit in the other. All right, you guys. I don't know who did this last, but this pigtail harness goes into the distributor here. This on the distributor is obviously broken off. This is not supposed to be like that. But this is suspect. This is suspect. So I wired it back correctly and heat shrinked it. So it looks a little bit better, I think. Hopefully it's getting a much better connection now. Should be. However, the little port that it plugs into, whatever you call it, that little guy, was snapped off. So, you know what? I did a little JB weld, and I'm gonna tape it on a little tighter and hope that JB weld fixes it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that for now, but I'll probably end up replacing this distributor anyways. Next, I gotta look at the coil back here, because that is where the wires are coming from. I'm gonna trace them all back. Let's see if we get any spark. They're 13 millimeters. Yep, maybe. Or both. Yeah. Okay. A little rusty. Okay, let's see if this guy breaks free. Yep. Cool. Welded together. I might have to take my sawzall and cut that off because me just pulling on this made the whole car shift while I was underneath it, and obviously you can kill yourself doing that. So yeah, I might just take my sawzall and cut that whole section out. What's up, you guys? So I just went to go get some coffee with my wife, and I ran into John. John is the guy who sold me the GTI. You saw in the first video, he came and dropped it off. Awesome guy. He's got a huge warehouse full of car stuff. But anyways, I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna try to find all these parts for the GTI. And I was gonna sawzall off my tailpipe this morning, but change of plans. I'm gonna go over there and see what parts he has for me. So cool. Oh, wiring diagram.
I'm in a 40-foot truck right now full of VW parts. So this is so cool.
Alright you guys, sorry the sun's in your eyes. I just left my buddy John's. Whew, I got a bunch of stuff. I got a roof rack for the GTI back there now. He gave me the fuel sending unit, so I got the fuel sending unit. I have a new windshield. I got a new windshield in the back seat right here. A steering column rebuild. A bunch of service manuals. I got the Jetronic service manual from Robert Bosch. I've got wiring diagrams for the car, a whole bunch of stuff for the GTI. So, man, when I go to John's, he always just gives me stuff. Like, I go through his collection and he's just like, take this, take that. You know, I ask him how much and he's like, just take it, dude, it's yours. I'm really lucky to have met John. Roof rack. New windshield. We have a service manual for the K Jetronic fuel system. He gave me this. I think that's some African art. I don't know. Got a new coil. Something to rebuild the steering with. Most importantly, I think what I need the most is this wiring diagram. So the rabbit's right here. It's a little dirty, but he was like, steam it out and you'll be fine. So got a wiring diagram. All right, you guys, the rack is on. The roof rack is on. I need another one for the other side, one of those. But as you can see, this windshield is cracked up. And I got one from him. He just gave it to me. It's off a Cabriolet, but it fits and it works on the GTI. So I'll be installing that new windshield as well. I'm gonna sawzall off my tailpipe. So there's no other way for me to do this. And unfortunately, it's just gotta go. Come with me on this magical journey of sawzalling off my rusted tailpipe. God, there we go. I undid two 15mm nuts on each side, and I think when I drop this will drop down and swing out. So let's hope. And I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos on how to do this, and nobody ever mentions this, but this section right here that moves around, you can see it. This is gotta swing down. Everybody talks about removing this, and they're like, you gotta remove this, you gotta remove this. But in fact, it has nothing to do with that. It's this right here. And usually, in my, with my luck, it's super rusted out. And these little bolts right here, or nuts right here, are super rusted out. But I'm gonna cut that off, and then this whole armature will swing down, and I can go ahead and get the tank out. But I have to cut both of them on both sides, so. Oh my God, you guys, nobody ever mentions that. It's like in every video I've watched, they cut they remove that portion of it before they even start the video. So that's really what's holding this thing back. I don't know if you guys could see that armature swing down a little bit more, but once I cut the other side, I should be able to get this gas tank out of here. It looks like Silent Hill when the sirens go off. It looks like Resident Evil. So this tank is shot. It's done for. I knew it was going to be that way. So that's not a surprise. Alright, you guys. Well, it's good that this all came off, because there are some hoses that, like this guy here, wasn't connected to anything. Oh my God. So this one's going to be a fucking problem to get off. And I'm assuming the same thing with that one over there. That's gonna also be this guy.
It's also going to be a big problem to get off.
The hardest part about all of this is being outside in the elements. It's going to rain. I don't have a garage. I don't have too much light left in the day. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to PB blaster all that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully I, in my frustration, taught you something. But thank you guys so much for watching, clicking like, subscribing, doing that whole thing. I will catch you guys on the next episode of the GTI. So appreciate it very much. Have a good one.